Welcome back to Bones, Bourbon, Barley, and Brass. We're a lifestyle channel where we discuss interesting things. We have another good bourbon episode for you today. We have J. Henry Bourbon, Wisconsin Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Finish in Calvados barrels, apple brandy. But before we begin, we'd like to thank our sponsors, our good friends at Toro Land and Ranch Company, www.torolandranch.com. They're an e-commerce platform with vacant land, livestock, working dogs, and soon-to-be apparel and goods. www.torolandranch.com. All right. Let's see here. This is 59% alcohol. So that's like a high proof. You all can do the math in the comments for me and lecture me how to. I think that's 118 proof. All right, we connect to our French heritage once again to discover the richness and elegance of the world's most famous apple brandy, Calvados. Pomme D'or, golden apple, recalls the Norse mythology of Idun, the goddess of youth and the keeper of life-giving golden apples. It is said Norse gods retain their healthy, young vitality from her golden apples. The phrase "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" originated from the magical properties of the golden apple in Norse mythology. Reward yourself and celebrate the fruits of your labor with Pomme D'or ours. And if I butchered that, I apologize. I'm not French, so certainly doing our best here. This will be the fourth J. Henry that we've reviewed. We've done the straight bourbon. We've done husk. Goodness, it's like allergy season here. We've done husk, which was brewed, aged in wine barrels, but then used for beer. You can look it up. And then we also did the maple syrup finish. And then we're on to this one. So, and how this one came to be, my wife had a work trip up there earlier this year, and she thought it was a good idea to buy it. So I said, okay, great, awesome. We also had Hudson Baby Bourbon out of New York, or Hudson Bourbon. No, excuse me, they're rye. Well, might have been bourbon and Calvados barrels as well. We need to do a review of that. So let's go ahead and do a pour. Ooh, and that has a very amber reddish finish, even in spite of my shirt. Like I said before in another video, this shirt and the coloring of the whiskey, it's hard to do a color test. I should have worn a white shirt. So, let's see. The bouquet of this product is truly exceptional. Dark, heavy, and rich. There is warm, dark, hot cocoa with whipped cream, bitter chocolate, chocolate-covered espresso beans, subtle hints of warmed baked apple pie, mocha, cinnamon, apple spice cake, and a nice finish of apple strudel with whipped cream. That's a lot to bargain with. Let's go ahead and do a taste and see where we net. Cheers. Oh my. Wow. I've had this before, but again, like I just said in a previous video, these people come up with these tasting notes and you read it and you're kind of like, yeah, okay. I'm skeptical. Let's see what happens. And then you taste it and it's like, oh, somebody knew what the hell they were talking about. Yeah, this is good. Hot but good. Hot tamales. Let's do another sip. Man, this bourbon is like going through a shop, two different shops that are connected. Think of like a boardwalk, or think of an old small town, and you have two shops, two separate businesses, but they're connected by a center door on the inside. One side's a bakery, the other side's a candy shop. That's kind of what this is in terms of bourbon. I know that's a very unique and sophisticated analogy, but that's the best I can give. Yeah, I just get sweets and pastries. I don't know. They give the specifics about dark hot cocoa and bitter chocolate. I get a little bit of that there. Um, but I would say, like I say, it's just like going into a candy shop and a bakery. Um, Best way I can describe it. Let's see. If I had to give this a rating, it's easy, 94 and a half. You're probably like, how the hell did I come to that conclusion? It, candidly, it's pretty damn good. Is it exceptional? No. So I don't think it gets to that mark. Exceptional is few and far between. Trying to think who would have gotten some sort of exceptional rating. Maybe Bardstown collab with Goose Island, and that's a unique palate thing on my part. I know I've had several friends and family try that, and they weren't too keen on it, which is okay because it meant more for me. Um, Maybe Still Austin, and I don't think Still Austin got exceptional, but yeah, this is pretty good. It's hot, but it's good. Wow. Hi, caramba. If you're from Chicagoland, you know what that's from. The Woodman's commercial. Um, Woodman's is like this grocery store chain in Chicagoland, and the owner comes on and he says, "I caramba." So, anywho, if you like our content, go ahead and like and subscribe. Share our content with our friends. I mean, certainly, if you like bourbon, if you like beer, if you like firearms, and if you like food, I would venture to say that you have friends that like it as well. So go ahead and share our content. Put a comment down. We want to understand what you want to see, what you want us to try and review, what you want us to provide perspective on. Yeah, we're sitting here reviewing stuff and bullshitting away, but like, we want to know what you're interested in, what news, trends, those sorts of things. I guess this isn't necessarily meant to be a news channel, but it can be. So, like I said, go ahead and like and subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us where you're from. We love to travel. We went to Scotland this year. We've been to Switzerland, Germany, the UK, France, Mexico. Should go to Mexico again. Anyways, so check us out. And until next time, cheers.